Hello Aries, my name is Alison and you are with Healing Dove Tarot. Today we are going to have a look at your health, wealth and destiny for the period of the 22nd of April to the 20th of May. Before we get started, I just wanted to mention to you that Chiron, the asteroid, has left Pisces and entered your sign of Aries. Chiron doesn't change signs often. In fact, it happens once every 7 years. What this means for yourselves and us in the greater collective is that it's time to focus on our wounds, our deep-seated things that we need to get hurt, that we have hurt and we need to get healed. Particularly for being in the sign of Aries, it's all about self-reflection, about figuring out less of the ego and more of your spiritual self. So who am I and who do I want to be? What is my purpose within this world? So the timing of these readings for you, my dear Aries friends, is absolutely spot on. I'm feeling your energy. I am an Aries moon and an Aries rising myself. So there's no escaping this kind of movement. It is a quick energy and you know, it is time to kind of face up to those things. If you have your natal chart, I advise having a look to find out where Chiron is placed in what house, because that will then tell you, sort of give you a direction of the stuff that you need to heal. It's been very informative for me and is absolutely spot on. If you don't have a natal chart, you can just Google one for free. There are plenty of websites that offer it for you, and find out which house Chiron is sitting in for you. If by lucky chance you have Chiron in one of your houses in the sign of Aries, then you are going to feel this very strongly. My advice is to just try and journal what you're going through and what comes up for you. This week has been quite an emotional week. And what I say to all my clients that I do personal readings for, all my friends and family, write it down, get it out of your head, get it onto a piece of paper and then move on. Okay, so Aries, bit of a long introduction, but without any further talk, let's get started. Thank you, universe. Thank you, angels. Please show me what are the health messages for the sign of Aries from the 22nd of April to the 20th of May. Thank you. Please show me, Spirit. What do Aries need to know? Stay positive. Thank you. Please show me what do Aries need to know for their health. There it is. Okay, my dear Aries friends. So I love these cards. They always give such accurate readings for me. We start off with stay positive. And the description on the bottom is, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me be optimistic and take the appropriate actions that support my health. I feel with this very strongly, the energy that I'm getting and what I'm being shown is about green leafy vegetables. And you can see that on the card, obviously. But it's almost as if you're not getting enough vegetable intake and whatever you're eating and consuming, it's affecting you mentally. And look, there's no judgment that comes with any of this. I'm just the messenger. But it's as if you've been through like a little bit of stressful time. The emotional aspects I mentioned this week are taking its toll. And I think your nutrition is one area that you might have lacked a little bit of focus. The other meaning of this card is really about mental health and mental clarity. So if you are feeling these kind of emotions and you are feeling a little bit negative or, you know, in a slightly depressive state about whatever it is that's going on, just remember how crucial it is for you to stay positive. I don't buy into the whole rigmarole of, oh, always be happy, always be this. I think that is a very fake energy. Sometimes we need to feel and stay in the shadow and feel those negative thoughts. It helps us to understand the light and bring light to the darkness. So what I'm saying to you, or the message that I'm trying to get across, is if you are feeling a little bit low, a little bit of melancholy, allow yourself to feel into that. Allow yourself to cry, do whatever it is that you need to do. Stay in that energy. My rule of thumb is always 24 hours. The next day, it's a new dawn, it's a new day. Time to take stock. You're in control. The day hasn't started. Eat well, drink lots of water, stay positive, and you will see the benefit. Now, it is coupled with a card of alternative medicine. So this card for me speaks very strongly to stuff that's out of the normal realm. So for some of you Aries out there, and this is a very specific message, so if it doesn't resonate, don't take heed. But some of you have an ongoing health problem that you've been going through a lot of treatment for. It could either be heart related or head related, headaches, blurry vision, heart palpitations. It may even just be high blood pressure, something like that, something to do with your heart or your head, one of the two. And what it's saying to me here is not only about the mental aspect, about staying positive and really, focusing on that, but it's telling me that it might be signs to actually seek out alternative advice and medicine. Now, obviously, tarot is by no means, the be-all and end-all when it comes to your medical health, and you should always seek your doctor's advice. However, this card is saying, "Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to ideal healing treatment modality and for giving me clear signs and messages to validate the best path for my well-being." Now, what I can tell you is I'm seeing Reiki very strongly. I'm also seeing acupuncture or EFT healing. And the reason why I say EFT healing, I'm an EFT healer myself, but is because it's coupled with a card of stay positive. So EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. It's a form of healing via touch, and it's literally tapping. So you tap on the meridians of the body, similar to acupuncture, except it's less invasive. That could be something for you, for those that are having migraines and pain that's causing quite a lot of nausea. For others of you that are having issues controlling blood pressure, high blood pressure, something to do with heart palpitations, it's really telling me to look at a Reiki healer. It could be spiritual energy that you're holding on to. If you've tried a lot of the traditional tried and true methods, if you've been and you feel like you've seen every general practitioner, every general doctor, I would recommend seeking out a Reiki healer, an acupuncturist, or someone who specializes in EFT tapping. Now, what to look for when you're looking for these people so that you know you're being guided to the right one? It's usually, again, trust your gut, trust your right feel. They will have clear descriptions on their websites, an example of people that they've worked with before. There are many that are only new and they're still learning. You really want to, with this card, find someone that's got a bit of experience. This guy's wearing that red cloak of knowledge of experience. He's got wisdom and he's guided angelically. And for those of you that it's not those two symptoms I described, it could also just be you're holding onto spiritual baggage. You've got spiritual karma that you need to clear, another Chiron. That doesn't surprise me at all, about staying positive. So it could just be that you might need to find a spiritual healer to help clear away that negative baggage for you. Okay, so moving on, let's have a look at your wealth. Please show me, what does Aries need to know for their wealth during the month of the 22nd of April, the 20th of May, 2018. Wealth, finance, and abundance. Yeah, Ten of Swords, lots of healing energy around you. Second chances, there we go. Okay. So Aries, repeating themes and messages for you here. You have a lot of sword energy and a lot of cup energy, mental and emotional. It just ties in exactly what I was saying. So I'll start with you with the first card that came out. This is the Ten of Swords, and it talks about healing, second chances. So in terms of your finance and abundance, again, it's this message of mental energy, getting out of your head, getting out of the negative thought patterns that you might be saying to yourself, like, oh, I can never seem to save money. Something always seems to come up. I can't believe that, the car's broken down and we need to have it serviced again, or the dog needs to go to the vet, and, when will I ever get ahead? My suggestion is the way that I personally deal with these things, being in human 3D form, because it happens to everyone, right? When these things come up, just say to yourself, oh, isn't it great? Isn't it great that I have a car that needs to be serviced? I know that sounds a little bit wanky, but there are some people that don't even have food or water. So, just give yourself a bit of sense of reality. Isn't it great that I have a car that needs to be serviced, that I can get serviced? Yes, it puts a strain on me financially, but isn't that great that I'm getting it serviced now rather than having an accident? Always look at the positive, stay positive. Isn't it great that my dog needs to go to the vet and it's just to get a checkup and there's nothing really wrong with my animal? Kind of get into that mental space, all right? And the reason why I say that is because it's coupled with the Eight of Cups. So it's almost telling me like these financial things that keep on happening, these setbacks that keep on presenting themselves to you. You then, you know, have this mental energy of, you know, being unsure, which then puts you into a state of contemplation, of wanting to just walk away, of give up and to go, oh, I'm just sick of doing this thing. I'm sick of like saving, I'm sick of getting nowhere, and it ties you back to this, and it's like this cycle that keeps going around and around and around. Now you have control, you can end that cycle, you can choose to stay positive with your food, with your thoughts, with everything that's going on, and I promise you if you do, it will reap rewards. And the reason why I say that is because coming out of this period, so going into the beginning of May, mid-May, so probably about the second week of May going into the third, you have the Nine of Swords coupled with the Three of Cups. So the Nine of Swords is about stress and anxiety. You're still in your head, even though I'm giving you these messages. And this could pertain back to those headaches. For some of you out there, you're having terrible headaches or migraines or something like that. But you're still in your head. You're causing yourself stress and anxiety. You're worrying about money. The truth is you have nothing to worry about. Something's coming in for you, you know, some sort of celebration. You're going to be celebrating with friends or family, and it may just be a little small win that you've had at work. It could be a little small win financially. Something's coming into you where you're going to be celebrating, okay? So the message here, clearly, Aries, in case you still haven't got it, is get out of your head, stay positive, be thankful for all that you have, and you will attract more abundance to you. Okay, so let's just have a look at your destiny card. What does Aries need to see? Beautiful. Okay, so you have the Rose Petals card. Again, I really love these oracle cards. I love the illustrations. It shows this woman who is in this whirlwind, and I see this very clearly, like a whirlwind of emotions. The color green is very important to you. It's heart chakra. It's all about abundance and wealth again, but it's showing that she's becoming one with nature. She's becoming one and settled, and she's attracting abundance to her. I think this ties in with what we're saying before about needing to stay positive. And you will attract the right thing to you. Get out of your head, get out of that feeling of lack of loss, because you do have a roof over your head, you do have a bed to sleep in, you have money and power to be able to watch this YouTube channel. So, you know, you're not really in that state. And the moment that you do, you're going to attract more of this bounty, more of this beautiful celebratory energy. I will read for you what it says out of the deck, out of the book, sorry, for this deck, and then that will be your reading. Rose petals. The path is beginning to clear and all obstacles will soon vanish. Your time of waiting is over and you can move forward with confidence and renewed clarity. The blocks and challenges you've faced, oh my goodness, the blocks and challenges, my dear Aries, look at that, blocks and challenges. The blocks and challenges you've faced in recent months were essential to your ultimate success. Sometimes it's best to wait, and sometimes the universe acts on our behalf. For just as nature has her seasons, we too have our seasons. We must respect life's ebb and flow. There is a time to move and a time to be still. Now is your time. Your dreams come into fruition, and it feels like rose petals fall down from heaven. Enjoy the journey. Wow, Aries, that is absolutely gorgeous. Ties in perfectly to the other cards, and it says in affirmations, I'm one with the natural flow and rhythm of life. All life comes to fruition at the most perfect time. I am guided by the power of the universe and the power of all heaven and earth. I now move with confidence and ease. Beautiful. So Aries, that was your reading for your health, wealth, and destiny. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, please write a comment below. I've been receiving some gorgeous comments from readers and watchers from my readings. And it's really lovely to know that I connect with you all, and it makes it more human than just a recording. So thank you so much. Please write a comment, and I will see you for your full moon readings at the end of the month. Thank you.